suggestions that Meghan has been going to a few parties recently without Harry, and he's been at home. And so
Harry is so much better on his own, and the evidence appears to keep adding up. Louise, is there more than...
The digital world was so important to us because my wife in 2018 was the most trolled person in the world. There was a lived experience.
From royal bride to Hollywood flop, Meghan Markle is officially overplaying the Duchess. Insiders say she's now on the hunt for her next big payday, while Prince Harry, he's quickly fading into the background as yesterday's news.
It's fair, Pandora, that anyone is trolled, so to speak. But when, like we said earlier in relation to the Wowsers, when you're in the public sphere...
When Meghan Markle said "I do" to Prince Harry, the world practically stopped breathing. It was the ultimate rags to riches fairy tale. A Hollywood actress swept into one of the most legendary royal families on the planet. The crowds erupted, cameras snapped from every angle, and Meghan's dazzling tiara shimmered under the lights, shining as bright as those big promises of a perfect royal future.
Harry's people, that he's got a couple of rooms somewhere in Montecito where he can go to and have a bit of quiet time away from Meghan and the children. One of them is supposed to be a bungalow which...
But behind those royal curtains, the reality was nothing like the fairy tale. Meghan believed she was stepping into a life of castles, secret islands, and non-stop luxury. Instead, she ended up with a husband who was emotionally worn out, completely cut off from his own family, and here's the shocker, not even close to as wealthy as everyone claimed.
Well, it does make me wonder because all signs point to some issues behind the scenes. I mean, professionally, they've had to separate. Their brand was toxic. They were practically radioactive.
Harry's far from a billionaire prince. His inheritance is pretty modest for royalty, and almost all the perks disappear once you leave the royal circle. Meghan dreamed of private yachts and endless glam, but instead she's staring at a massive Montecito mortgage. That's a twist nobody expected.
Part of a gym complex where he can go to and then relax after. There is also suggestions that Meghan has been going to a few...
The woman who believed she was entering a real-life fairy tale now finds herself trapped in what feels more like a low-budget drama, complete with angry headlines and vanishing star power. That dream, it's falling apart. And for Meghan, cracks in the fantasy just aren't allowed.
And across America and the UK as well. So whether that travels into a separation for them, let's hope not, because there are two children at stake here, and they're both victims of...
Critics aren't shy about saying it.
Critics have no problem saying it. Meghan took exactly what she wanted. The royal title, secured. Global fame, in the bag. A Netflix special, splashy magazine spreads. She checked every box. She even turned every introduction into a Duchess moment at any event. And let's not forget, she put Harry right in the middle of her PR machine, turning him into both co-star and endorser.
Without Harry, and he's been at home.
Now that the sparkle has faded, what's really left? Their power team fantasy is unraveling. Clout is vanishing, projects are crashing, and those elite circles Meghan chased are whispering about her desperation. Meghan dreamed of royal life, but the glamour hasn't paid the rent. No palaces, no crown-funded salary. And Harry, he looks like he's itching to swap Montecito chaos for a quiet pub back in London.
You don't know what's going to happen about Harry and Meghan split rumors, but these rumors have been going around now. There is nothing of substance that I've been able to find.
Sources reveal Meghan is itching for change. That freedom narrative has burned out, and she's in desperate need of a fresh storyline fast. Relevance for Meghan isn't just a bonus, it's her oxygen. When that supply runs dry, survival instincts snap into action.
Forced childhood, they've had the acrimony, they've lived through it themselves, and they won't want that for Lilibet and Archie either. But moreover to that, I really find that I'm seeing Harry and Meghan much happier professionally working.
Meghan's rumored billionaire shopping spree. Socially speaking, of course. Rumors are bursting that she's slipping back into those high-stakes waters, where power and cash bubble like vintage champagne.
Criticism. The World Privacy Tour didn't quite turn out the way that we thought that it would, but so why is he bringing this up now?
Yeah, so this was the Nexus conference. Now, if you think back to a couple of years ago,
picture exclusive Silicon Valley retreats, lavish tech mogul soirees, and charity galas masquerading as pure networking gold mines. whispers on the street say Meghan is eyeing the next big catch. Names like European telecom tycoons and top global finance moguls are appearing in rumors.
Look, the beautiful pictures of Harry in Vancouver, the big smile, he's so engaged, and Arthur Edwards, of course, who's followed him.
Imagine this scandal. Whispers tie Meghan to a tech billionaire obsessed with Hollywood arm candy. And don't overlook Ted Sarandos, the Netflix chief who famously labeled her a rock star. Is this purely professional or a savvy flirtation? Meghan plays by her own rules. She knows that close proximity unlocks doors.
As a Sun royal photographer, made the point that he was really seeing the Harry of old. And it's been wonderful to see that. So,
and I feel like we have said that a number of times over the year, where we have seen him at various things.
When your image is teetering on the brink of irrelevance, nothing screams reinvention like a billionaire power play. Her wealth radar is sharper than ever, and if the Montecito rumor mills are accurate, she's already making calculated moves. Because in Meghan's world, Plan B isn't a safety net, it's the headline act waiting in the wings.
Appearing in New York, it would be sort of like front page headlines, but he does so many of these conferences and appearances now, it sort of seeps into them.
This is when everything starts to fall apart. Meghan's image is gasping for air. The woman once hailed as modern royalty has become the punchline of late-night TV.
Is now becoming a regular thing for him because they have to be financially independent. Of course, I'm not privy to how much he got paid to speak, if he got paid.
Critics tore it apart, labeling it nothing more than Instagram perfect visuals with zero substance. Remember that infamous pineapple tutorial? Meghan chopping fruit like she'd never seen food before? It exploded online for all the wrong reasons.
And he just seems to be, a bit lighter and like he's having a bit more fun. It looks like, too, that this professional
audiences roasted it, memes took over, and Meghan's Martha Stewart fantasies melted into Pinterest parodies. Even the production crew reportedly dumped hours of footage for being, well, boring. In her podcast, Spotify axed it faster than you can say content strategy. Meghan aimed for aspirational vibes, but everyone saw something contrived and disconnected.
But that just goes to show sort of like the prevalence of them really now taking part of headlines. And of course, as you said, privacy is so important.
Every slip-up erodes her image faster than PR can patch it up. The brand Meghan crafted on empowerment and elegance, it's buckling beneath a pile of vanity projects and empty storylines. And if whispers are right, even Meghan has to admit the truth.
To Christmas plans.
That's right. So Harry is one of the things he absolutely loves.
Hollywood has officially swiped left on Meghan Markle. Industry insiders are flat out refusing to pretend the Duchess is still a hot commodity. The biggest burn hit when Brooke Shields publicly shaded Meghan on a podcast, mocking those recycled empowerment stories. Yes, including that dull "I wrote to a soap company at 11" anecdote. That subtle sucker punch was a flashing warning. Meghan's storyline is completely stale.
Charity for children who have lost their parents through warfare. Of course, he has lost a mother. So there's great resonance with this charity. And what he's done is he's put an invitation out.
And she's not just fading from relevance. She's losing key allies fast. Remember Oprah's tell-all special? Total radio silence since the Obamas. Nowhere to be found. Even Tyler Perry, the man who gave Meghan and Harry their first California crash pad, is subtly reminding her of Favor's ode, Hollywood demands fresh, edgy energy.
Where he's asking all the families involved with that charity to jump on a Zoom call with him and they can ask him questions about Christmas time and what it's like for a prince. But no.
Picture this. Montecito was meant to be Meghan's big victory lap, her flex trophy at the Wealth Olympics. Instead of applause, she's met with side-eye and snickers. Neighbors snicker at her relatable mom act as she jets around in private planes to preach sustainability at global summits.
Meghan is not involved in that. And to Louise's point about the separation, this is an opportunity where they could actually come together. It's completely innocuous. It's a goodwill.
In a world obsessed with authenticity, Meghan's curated image screams fake. Down in Montecito, that's a one-way ticket to social oblivion. Then there's Harry, the prince who dumped a kingdom for California sunsets and streaming paychecks. Military honors are vanished, royal perks are dust, and family bonds are frayed beyond repair. What's left is a guest of honor spouse, not an equal partner. Public moments underline the imbalance.
Surprised she's not just going to pop up in the background at least and, I don't know, hold up one of the kids or show what they've got ready for.
Meghan commands the spotlight while Harry nods dutifully as a supporting actor in the Meghan Markle show. His once confident aura has been replaced by therapy speak and cringe podcast cameos. Friends whisper about his isolation and mounting frustration. Harry traded his royal heritage for California freedom, but the cost was his very identity. And now, with rumors of Meghan scouting billionaire lifeboats, where does that leave him? Alone, adrift, and wondering if that great escape was worth it. Then Megyn Kelly dropped a grenade on her show when she declared if Elon Musk gave Meghan Markle a second look, Harry would be history by breakfast. Brutal? Yes. Accurate?
What's the story here?
Well, yes, and she's been dubbed Meghan Markle because the product.
That's the buzz online. Meghan's billionaire wish list isn't mere gossip, it's the hushed truth echoing through Hollywood backrooms and Montecito dinner tables. The Duchess is targeting names that make Harry's Netflix paycheck look like pocket change.
Opportunity to show them as a couple, as a family together, because they're talking directly to families. I also think this shows Harry.
Picture Wall Street sharks, big tech trailblazers, and global tycoons boasting private islands, super yachts, and influence dripping from every cufflink. Why the pivot? Meghan's brand is wobbling. Podcasts died, Netflix deals feel stale, and independence costs a fortune. Montecito mortgages won't cover themselves. Word is, Meghan's been spotted at exclusive galas, charity auctions, and female empowerment luncheons, casually dropping lines about sustainability and mental health. Translation, she's baiting the hook.
He knows and has always known, which is service. It's what he does best. He grew up learning to serve. It's how his
The hottest name on everyone's lips, Elon Musk, the world's richest wild card, the man who sparks chaos with every tweet and snaps up platforms just for kicks. Would he ever? Probably not. Yet tabloids are drooling over mere whispers. Meghan knows how suggestion works. That single name keeps her buzzing in billionaire gossip circles. No confirmed connections yet, but the chase, it's officially on.
And part of the reasons as to why they have committed suicide is online trolling and social media. So that is what he is trying to link back to, which of course is an extremely important cause. But
here's the delicious irony. Meghan Markle shattered royal ties for freedom, but that golden cage came with perks she now desperately misses. Being royal wasn't just about tiaras and tea, it was an unbreakable brand, endless headlines, taxpayer-funded security, and global adoration on autopilot. Meghan traded it all for California sunsets, Netflix deals, and a dream of Hollywood domination. But that dream, it's fizzling fast.
Meghan got trolled, and that is good. We are saying Meghan got trolled, and that is bad, and it should never have happened. But this was in 2018.
Independence comes with bills Meghan never saw coming. Big ones. No more palace staff managing tasks or the crown covering expenses. Now she's paying for private security, PR squads, and a lavish lifestyle out of her own pocket. And the hardest blow, without that royal badge, her prestige expires. Hollywood doesn't swoon for a duchess, it worships stats, streaming numbers, podcast rankings, brand deals that actually pay. Meghan's metrics, they're plummeting.
Keeps on linking back to this, and I think it sort of takes away from the really important matter at hand and the important topic, which is those.
Her Spotify deal crashed, her lifestyle lines tanked. Even her charity work barely gets a whisper without a royal ribbon to jazz it up. Hollywood's harsh reality, fame fades when headlines turn bitter. Meghan cashed in her crown too soon, and her currency evaporated fast. Now offers are vanishing quicker than champagne at a Montecito brunch. And Meghan, she's discovering that freedom without a safety net feels like raw freefall.
Now having to deal with the loss of their child from social media. Absolutely.
Here's the major twist everyone's been craving. Unexpected whispers of a divorce have shifted from wild conspiracy to a binge-worthy theme in insider chatter. Meghan's inner circle is tossing around buzzwords like fresh start and personal rebrand. Translation, she's plotting her exit strategy with military precision. No attorneys spotted yet, but Hollywood gossip insists the Markle camp's energy screams, pivot incoming right now.
Is Meghan not that. So I think he really needs to think about how he is communicating that message.
She doesn't see this as a failure.
She doesn't view this as a flop. One insider spills, she sees it as leveling up. Bold, absolutely. Reinvention is Meghan's game. Actress turned royal, royal turned activist, activist turned mogul. What's next? A solo powerhouse chapter. The timing, chef's kiss perfect. Brand fatigue is brutal. The marriage vibes feel strained, and Meghan's craving that billionaire tier lifestyle she once dreamed of.
He is standing up for those families and really ensuring that that cause hits the headlines, not Meghan being trolled, which we have heard about many, many times before.
Harry, meanwhile, looks blissfully oblivious, smiling, nodding, and perfectly playing the supportive husband. But insiders insist tension is quietly boiling behind the scenes.
Observation. Now, Louise, still with Meghan and onto her releasing more products under her As Ever label, there's been
money fights and privacy spats. Harry allegedly craves stability, Meghan demands expansion. When those goals collide, someone must fold. But if whispers hold true, Meghan has stopped folding. The real question is when she'll play her hand and how massive the fallout will be. If the rumors pan out, her next chapter could rock the world.